listening to Only the Best Herbs. Welcome to Only the Best Herbs, the podcast where the ancient wisdom of herbal healing meets the groundbreaking discoveries of now 2024. So, welcome to Only the Best Herbs today. My name is Ryan Bolda. Today I'm just here by myself, not because I don't have anybody lined up, but just because I haven't done one by myself in a while. So I wanted to talk about some relevant topics in the industry and things that I've heard about, I suppose. So lately I have been doing more in the community, trying to get the community going, and some news to start with that. In February, I would assume around mid-February to the end of February, we're going to be doing a rather large giveaway. We have a couple other of our admins. Sheila Orchard, who was just on the show last week or the week before, I can't remember. And then we have another admin. Her name is Aurora, and she's another interesting character I would love to get on the show here soon, but we're all going to come together and we're going to put together some packages, some product bundles. We're talking about like wild foraged herbs, FECO, THC oils, CBD, nutrients, genetics, cannagenetics. Might even have some glass pipes thrown in there as well. I mean, this is going to be a really big giveaway. And if you were familiar with my last giveaway that we did in this other smaller group, then you'll know that when I say it's bigger than the last giveaway, and I mean the last one was pretty big. This one is bigger and better. So be sure to get in on that because we are going to 100% need your help. It's going to be 100% free. So I guess the last one wasn't a giveaway. The last one was a raffle, and it had success in my opinion. But we're gonna do it the free way, and we're gonna get a lot of people some meds. We're gonna get a lot of people in the community. We're gonna be sharing. We're gonna be posting. We're gonna be liking. We're gonna be doing videos. We're gonna be doing extra entry opportunities. I'm just really excited for it because there's been a lot of work that's went into this podcast and that's been into this community so far, and it's just cool to see it all materialize. So one of the things that I was talking about this week had to do with mushrooms, had to do with psilocybin, and it's not like something I focus on hugely in this group, although I've talked about it prior and growing mushrooms, but obviously the two are completely different. You know, psilocybin comes from the cubensis mushroom, but psilocybin promotes neuroplasticity. I had made a post about this and posted it in the group and posted it in general, but basically, for those who don't know how psilocybin works and what neuroplasticity is, I'm going to explain the process from mushroom to the increased neurogenesis. So, the psilocybe cubensis is commonly known as a magic mushroom. It's a species of mushroom of moderate potency. Its principal active compounds are psilocybin and psilocyan. It belongs to the fungus family Hymeniogastriaceae, and I am 100% saying that wrong. Hymeniogastriaceae, and was previously known as Stropharia cubensis. That's via Wikipedia, but it's in a class of Agaricomycetes. You know what? We're just gonna take that part out. This mushroom is optimal for cultivation in the 1970s when the psilocybin mushroom species was most common in the black market as a street drug, or however people want to classify it as. There is a relationship between these mushrooms and cows or cattle has been found in unique dispersal niches. The relationship between cow poop and the psilocybin mushroom is actually pretty interesting. I have a couple key points from a couple sources here I kind of wanted to go over to give a better understanding of how they're related, right? So, cow poop is a nutrient-rich substrate. It provides a nutrient-rich substrate that is beneficial for the growth of mushrooms, including psilocybin mushrooms. The environment offers the necessary moisture, humidity, and nutrients for their proliferation and source of the curative mushrooms. It also has a unique relationship with psilocybin directly. It has evolved to utilize the nutrients and compounds found in this cow poop. The unique relationship has intrigued scientists as the mushroom species specifically thrive in environments like cow poop provides. And that source is the Optimus plant. Also, a variety of psilocybin mushrooms is in cow poop. There are several types. It is important to note that not all of these mushrooms growing in cow poop are psychedelic. Some are very poisonous. Sources, the curative mushrooms. It is an ideal substrate for mushroom growth. The cow poop is considered like the most ideal substrate for cow poop of psychedelic mushrooms due to its rich nutrient content, including various minerals, vitamins, and other nutrients essential for fungi. Again, that's from the Optimus plant. I was talking about this with somebody else. Unfortunately, I can't include that conversation in this podcast, but you got to be very cautious nowadays. So there's a lot of people going on foraging for mushroom trips. They have guides, they have tours, there are groups that go out and enlighten people about how to identify mushrooms. And the problem is that people go and they do this one or two times, and all of a sudden they become an expert, and that is not what you're trying to do. You need to use your brain on this one. There are people who know what they're doing. Mycologist who knows what they're doing is not a joke. And there are stuff out there that could potentially harm and kill you. So caution, do not be going looking around for stuff in cow poop. If you are trying to get involved in microdosing or something like that, or having a spiritual awakening or spiritual journey of some sort, my best advice to you would be to find someone who knows what they're talking about, probably someone who grows their own mushrooms. I would point you in that direction. And then eventually, if it's something you would like to continue, grow your own mushrooms from a verified source. And for example, you can we have some sources here. They're not in the United States at all. They're legally allowed to do this. They're just spores and swabs, compliant. It's for research purposes only. But you can come to our community, Only the Best Herbs, and we can talk about that. We can talk about microdosing. We can talk about a lot of things, but just get involved in the conversation. Come join our community. Only the Best Herbs. And Only the Best Herbs, now that we're talking about it, is sponsored by Surgeons LLC. Surgeons LLC provides high quality hemp extracts, including CBD, HHC, THCO, CBG, CBN, plus several others. Surgeons LLC provides full spectrum hemp extracts. They also provide cannabis genetics and nutrients for growing cannabis in partnership with a couple companies from Arizona, Ruga Monteto and Simply Professional Formula. So shout out to them for allowing us to literally grow our community. And that is the whole purpose of this community that we're building, is to get people to grow their own medications. And if they can't, we have the medications, and I don't want to refer to them as medications, but we have the right tools for you to treat yourself. And as much as I would like to call CBD and hemp extracts medicine, we're not going to do that because that would cause a lot of problems. But they are excellent tools to help manage your pain when added to a pain management plan, all types of hemp extracts. And visit surgeonsolution.io. Take the tour of their website, and you can even talk to AI, the bottom right hand corner. His name is Bud, and he knows everything on our website. And if there's something that he cannot help you with, he will get you in direct contact with someone who can help. Moving on, we are still going to be talking about mushrooms here. We're going to go over some interesting facts about mushrooms. All right. So we're going to discuss 10 interesting facts about psilocybin mushrooms, usually referred to as the psilocybe cubensis mushroom, psychedelic mushroom, the one we were just talking about. Psilocin, which is the byproduct of psilocybin being broken down from your liver, are strikingly very similar to serotonin molecules found in your brain. That is from a source called Psyence, only it's Psyence. The first documented study on the effects of magic mushrooms occurred in 1799 after a London family misidentified the fungi and ate it for dinner. Also from Science, Psyence. Global distribution. There are 22 species of magic mushrooms in North America, 16 in Europe, 19 in Australia, and in the Pacific Island region, 15 in Asia, and 4 in Africa. That's from Live Science. Home cultivation. Psilocybin mushrooms can be grown at home, although it's technically illegal in most countries. But if you are doing this for research purposes and you are interested in learning more, there is ways to protect you and ways to protect your freedom researching these spores and these mushrooms. There are ways around things, and it's becoming legal in places like in Michigan. Ann Arbor specifically is decriminalized, so you can own, and I believe they've even started distributing psilocybin extracts in the Ann Arbor area and beyond, like Oregon, I think, is another place. And there are quite a few places in the United States that do have it decriminalized, although it's not like breaking headlines or anything. So that's kind of why I'm bringing light to it. That's why this show exists. And going back to some of our important notes here, it has a range of effects. People can experience a wide range of effects after consuming these mushrooms, psilocybin mushrooms. and it's from euphoria to hallucinations, and sometimes it can even cause vomiting and nausea. You need to know what you're walking into. Don't go walking into eating 3.5 to 5 grams. It's probably not the best idea. To each their own, right? Because here's another, moving on to our next thing. It has mind-bending properties that are known for their mind-bending and sometimes life-altering effects. And a lot of people say that psilocybin mushrooms, if you go into your experience with an intention, it is studied, and I don't know what study this is, and I'm not giving false information. I promise. I looked this up multiple times, heard it from many people as well. If you go into one of these experiences with an intention, there's like a very good chance that it will pan out. So definitely has helped with depression. It helps with anxiety. It helps with a lot of things in small doses. Everything can be overused. Everything can be abused. But if you are strictly using these products for microdosing purposes and it's helping you, it has a psychoactive history. Mushrooms have been used for thousands of years for religious and spiritual purposes by indigenous peoples. And I'm talking like Native Americans from America, Native Americans from other countries. This source is from Live Science. The legal status of psilocybin is classified currently as a Schedule I drug in the United States. It indicates a high potential for abuse and has no accepted medical use. And by definition of that, is completely contradicting to what numerous studies have shown. So I don't know what takes so long all the time. I mean, these studies come out, they do another study on that study pans out, and another study pans out, and I would say the Schedule I thing does not apply. Same thing with cannabis. I mean, it's just crazy how both of these herbs are illegal and federally, and it's kind of a big deal, and it's a really big deal. So now we're gonna move on to 10 interesting facts about gourmet mushrooms. Can't have one without the other, right? So, number 1, bioluminescent fungi. Some gourmet mushrooms, like the ghost fungus and the jack-o'-lantern mushroom, glow in the dark due to a chemical reaction involving the enzyme lucerfase. This is from Shroom Forage. Close relation to animals. Mushrooms are more closely related to animals than they are to plants, sharing a common ancestor with animals about 1.1 billion years ago. Wow. I'm going to have to post that right now. That is a very, very awesome thing to... Here's the thing. Mushrooms have been like a very big interest to me since I was about 15. So it's very crazy to find some of this information out for myself. Diverse shapes and colors. Gourmet mushrooms captivate with their diverse shapes, colors, and their unique characteristics. There are popular gourmet varieties. The shiitake, oyster, and morel mushrooms are among the most popular and delicious gourmet mushrooms. Culinary and medicinal uses. Gourmet mushrooms have been used for centuries for their culinary delights and medicinal properties. Role in ecosystems. Mushrooms play a crucial role in ecosystems as decomposers, and that's sourced by facts.net. Facts. Nutritional value. Gourmet mushrooms are a source of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Source of grow cycle. Variety of flavors. Each type of gourmet mushroom, obviously, has a unique flavor profile ranging from earthy to nutty to meaty. That's from Mindset Eco. Last one here. Sustainable food source. Gourmet mushrooms can be grown sustainably and are considered an environmentally friendly food source. Sustainable, big thing. That's sourced from shroom forage as well. The facts highlight intriguing and diverse world of both psilocybin and gourmet mushrooms from their unique properties and effects and their culinary and medicinal uses. All right, so to wrap things up here, last part of the show, there has been a lot of things going on, specifically the mushroom community. You know, I can't be involved in the games. I can't let only the best herbs be involved. I can't let, my company surgeons be involved in all that. Like, that's just way too much for me. And what I'm trying to accomplish here. And I understand, like, how things work sometimes and, like, all the politics and whatnot, but I ain't doing that. And neither is anything I'm attached to. So I wish everyone good luck in the mushroom communities I had to leave and whatnot, and nothing but respect for you guys. And I appreciate everything that you guys have done for the community. It is just like not meant to be. So that doesn't stop us from creating our own strong, not only mushroom community. I'm really excited. Get involved. Reach out to me or an admin. Looking for some extra branded products to include in our giveaway. So far, we're got about, I would say, $400 in like retail value giveaway prizes, and hoping to add on to more so we can have more winners and we can have more participation and people who want to be part of it. So that's a big one. And then, yeah, February is going to be a great month for this podcast. So just want to thank everyone one last time. Got some cool interviews coming up here. Tomorrow, I'm set to interview. His name is Adam. He's really cool. Met him on Facebook. We kind of just like each other's stuff and bullshit a little bit back and forth here and there. But he's a cool guy. He's involved in cannabis market and cannabis industry. So excited to interview him. And that'll be on the next week's episode. And then we got some other guests coming up as well. I hope you guys learned something today about mushrooms. I've told myself that I wouldn't do anything on mushrooms unless I had someone in the community to do it with. But then I thought about it, and I've been putting a lot of research in. I've been talking to a lot of people. I have the necessary knowledge and experience to be talking about this now. So it sucks, but I'm going to, when I do the mushroom segments, and they'll be here and there, maybe a couple times a month, I'm going to try to have some guests that are a little bit more knowledgeable on the subject. But what I can do is I can give you verified information and some personal experience. And I don't know if anybody could ask for any more. I wanted to leave you guys with a thought and a statistic here. According to a study published in the Journal of Psychopharmacology, a single dose of psilocybin significantly reduced depression and anxiety in cancer patients. In this study, 80% of participants showed significant decreases in depression and anxiety with lasting effects up to 6 months after the treatment. Feel free to reach out to us with your experience, questions, or even just to say hello. Until next time, take care of yourself and one another, embrace the power of nature, Stay curious, stay inspired, and most importantly, stay connected. It's been a pleasure to be part of your day today. You think you have what it takes to be only the best? Reach out to us. Operations@surgeonsolutions.org.